everyone, my name is David McDonald and I'm here to talk to you about Hershey. The history of Hershey began with the great mind of a man named Milton Hershey. Milton Hershey was born and raised in Pennsylvania, where in fact he was a caramel maker. Growing up in the rural areas of Pennsylvania, he lacked a very formal education, but he wound up growing up being one of the wealthiest men in America and also a very successful entrepreneur. The big switch for Milton Hershey came along when he went to the Columbian Exposition in Chicago. While being in Chicago, he found these wonderful chocolate making machines. He purchased these machines and took them back to Pennsylvania, where he made chocolate coatings for his caramel. But while he was there, he began to become more fascinated with these chocolate making machines. In fact, so fascinated that he began to sell his caramel making company. Milton thought to himself, the real money would lie into making milk chocolate. Milk chocolate would be the best solution for making that real money that he was looking for. So he wound up having a huge flaw in this idea though, because he could not formulate a proper plan for manufacturing the milk chocolate more effectively and efficiently and cheaply. So Hershey decided that he would build a milk processing plant on a family farm in Derry Township in Pennsylvania. Formulating a recipe for milk chocolate came very hard to Milton Hershey. He began to think several years and day and night it took him to really formulate a plan. Sometimes he even thought to himself so hard that he did not even want to eat anything out of those several years of formulating a wonderful plan for milk chocolate. Finally, a great idea came to Mr. Hershey one day when he was thinking all through these several years of trying to formulate a great recipe. In 1899, he created a great recipe and became one of the first manufacturers to ever manufacture milk chocolate. Manufactured items from milk chocolate from Hershey became various. Wonderful products that they came from their line, such as the Hershey bar, the Reese's, the Kit Kat, the Payday, even the Hershey's Kisses, and several other items that we know and enjoy. Manufacturing Hershey's chocolate is a long process, but it's very worth it when it came to the Hershey company, and very delicious at the end. It first started off with the cacao tree. The cacao tree is grown near the equator in the tropical area where it is very soft and moist, lets the trees grow more effectively and more efficiently. On these cacao trees are fruit. These fruit bear 40 to 50 seeds on the inside of them, where they are harvested and then dried out to make a dark color. Once these seeds are harvested, they are all packaged and shipped to the Hershey company. While they are at the Hershey company takes the seeds, put them on a conveyor belt, and they wash the seeds. When these seeds are washed, they are then prolonged down the conveyor belt to the boiler, where they are roasted from 400 to 500 degrees. The reason why they roast these 400 to 500 degrees is to make them brittle enough to be crushed. After crushing these seeds, they take them, and inside these seeds is a very important part to making chocolate. It is the nibs. The nibs is one of the single source of making chocolate in Hershey. Once they take these nibs, they take the nibs and they crush and grind them up some more. That makes a chocolate liqueur. This liquor is then made into a solid. Once made into a solid, the liquor solid is then pressed and makes a cocoa butter. The cocoa butter is then set to the side, and the shell of the liquor is then settled. Once the shell of the liquor is settled, it is then grinded up into a powder that is used for Hershey's hot cocoa and chocolate syrup, in which we all use for our drinking beverages. Well, you think to yourself, what about the other products? Well, that's where Milton Hershey's great idea came from all those several years he sat and didn't eat. Making milk chocolate. Making milk chocolate became very hard, but he thought of this great idea. Mixing the milk chocolate with sugar and making it a taffy. As he made it a taffy, this taffy was then mixed in with the chocolate liqueur. When the chocolate liqueur was then mixed in, it began to dry out a little bit and turned into the crumbs. The crumbs are then grinded up some more into another powder where it is mixed up with the cocoa butter. The cocoa butter mixed with it turns into a chocolate paste. The chocolate paste is then conched, what they call conched. Hershey chocolate word conched means where it is shifted and pushed backward and forth. The paste is, in fact, pushed backwards and forward to where it will keep its smooth consistency. Not only keep the smooth consistency, but also give it the great taste of chocolate that we all know and love. After it has been conched, it is then processed through containers and poured into the vibrating molds. The vibrating molds help get out the bubbles from the chocolate, and then it all is pushed down the conveyor belt to an area called the cooling tunnel. The cooling tunnel is in fact one of the last processes of making the chocolate, because after the cooling tunnel there is the packaging and distributing, where in fact each one of the products are being packaged and shipped throughout the world as several of our favorite brands of chocolate and candy. Although Hershey is a great company, there are several huge companies also that make chocolate, making them great competitors. One of the companies that is a great competitor to Hershey is the Mars Incorporated. The Mars Incorporated offers great items such as the Twix, the M&Ms, the Skittles, the Snickers, and several other items that we know and we love. Another competitor of Hershey is the Nestle. We all love Nestle, and we know that they offer great supplies. Great supplies, not only just candy, chocolate, but they also provide us with water bottles. In fact, they are one of the biggest water production companies around in America. And they also provide us with Gerber baby foods and snacks. So not only do they do just chocolate, they do several other things as well, and taffies. One of the last competitors that Hershey has is in fact the Mondelez International Company. They provide us with the Chips Ahoy, the Wheat Thins, and the Oreos and Ritz crackers that we like. But like as I began to say to several people, it all depends on what kind of chocolate you love and you enjoy.